So my application crashed. For those of you that are getting back in over here, is it the same link that's working? Did you just reload the live stream, or did you have to go to a new link? Because it started streaming again fresh. Let me see if my old link works before we continue on here. It's going to conveniently break the video up into 2 parts for me. But let me see if this link still works. I'm just curious if this link's going to work for getting us live back into... Nope, it takes you to the old... Oh, man. So I got to post new... Well, we'll just make this a video for later. Those who figured it out, welcome back. Let's talk about these projects, and then I will clip this as an uploaded video. Man, this is my application, I guess. That's my streaming application crashed on me just now. All right. Yeah, it's a new link. Stupid thing. Now I'm highly irritated. Let's put it back out there in the old crypto universe here. One second, guys. All right, let's get back to this before this crashes on me again. I'm getting really irritated. All right. All right, so the first project, Charlie 3, $199 million market cap, $2 per coin right now. This is an Oracle project again. So this Charlie 3 is being built specifically for Cardano as an Oracle project. And so its main competitors are going to be Chainlink, the Graph, API 3, Umbrella, those type of projects that we've been tracking in the Oracle space. This is another one to add to the Oracle, watching the Oracle space. Again, this is the largest market cap we're talking about today. It's now 199 million, roughly $200 million market cap. So it's a pretty big market cap. Okay, we got some people back here. Let's do the next project we're going to be looking at is Cardano NFT.io. So Cardano NFT. So this is a NFT project. Now remember we were talking about Bondly earlier, but Bondly, had that hack and that issue there. Cardano though, NFT.io or CNFT is only an $8 million market cap. Let me see if I can go find the right link here. It's not even on Coin Market Cap. It's just, you can find it on CoinGecko. Good morning again. Sorry about the mishap with the link. All right. So since last night, down 3%, market cap of, right at $8 million. So this is, it's an NFT play. So if we go over here to their website, you can see obviously it's a Cardano marketplace for NFTs. So I do think that this is one worth watching. Now there's many NFTs in that space, or in the Cardano NFT ecosystem. Let me just find this subreddit here. Cardano, best Cardano projects. Where is that Reddit page with that great image? How can I not find it? I cannot find this Reddit post at all today. All right. Rumor is an issue with Cardano smart contracts or just FUD. Oh, yeah. Well, we need to talk about that. I mean, it wasn't just FUD. There was something there, but it was, the assertion was made so, I mean, I guess maybe if you're more on the technology side, understand the technology, you can see it more quickly as FUD or as people hyping something up that's not really there. Hyping up a, exaggerating maybe is the right word, exaggerating a problem. The problem is that Cardano, its extended UTXO model is very different than an account model. So in Ethereum, if you think about like typical accounting, right, you have debits and credits and on a ledger. And so the way that you record debits and credits onto, an account balance is very different than what Bitcoin does with the unspent transaction output model. So with Bitcoin, the UTXO model, it basically tracks through time, how many unspent, coins, how many coins you have available to spend is another way to put it, right? So whatever your wallet address is, Bitcoin is tracking the available coins that you are able to transact with on the ledger, right? So your unspent transaction output. Now with Cardano, they, instead of going down the accounting model that Ethereum did, they chose to go down what's called that UTXO model like Bitcoin, but they extended the UTXO. So in order to really write smart contracts with that UTXO model, you need a lot of other metadata and a lot of other capabilities around how to read and write the types of data that you need for smart contracts on a UTXO ledger. So they dubbed theirs extended UTXO. Now, the difference is unlike a smart contract platform like Ethereum, where it's when you have a smart contract, you can do debits and credits to a ledger entry or an address entry within that smart contract. A smart contract in Cardano is on a different layer on the chain. So you have your settlement layer, which tracks the unspent transaction outputs of all of the assets on the chain. So that would be native ADA tokens, and then other tokens, including NFTs and others, are handled on that settlement layer. Now, and so if you create it so this coin we're talking about right now, CNFT or like Charlie, so the C3 token lives on the Cardano blockchain and is treated the same as native ADA token. And I think CNFT also has a token. I think you can go over here to the beta DEX. Yeah, so it's just CNFT, right? So you can swap using their little DEX here, the beta DEX. It's built into their website. You can swap ADA into CNFT if you want. All right. And then you can buy and sell NFTs with ADA. Now, the way that works, though, is whenever Cardano wants to write value with a smart contract to an address, a UTXO ledger entry, you have to lock that wallet address while you're processing whatever it is that you're processing. Now, there's a lot of FUD. Oh, you can only do one transaction per block. Well, that's not true. You just have to do it a different way than with the accounting model. So the main problem, really, at the end of the day, is just developers having to learn the difference between how things worked on Ethereum and how things work on Cardano. That's the whole problem. The problem is not any fundamental issue with the Cardano blockchain. So you'll have seen a lot of FUD posts, people saying Cardano's broken, the first dApps that went live are broken. That's all not true. They're working as intended. The thing is the DEXs that are building on top of it, Sunday Swap and ADAX are two we're going to talk about. There's two recommendations I have for you, not recommendations, but projects we're going to be tracking on this channel along with others. Some of these DEXs had an issue where they realized that, because the wallets are getting locked whenever we try to read and write for them, it creates some unique problems for DEXs. And so every DEX has a unique way of working around this. Most likely they're all going to have some form of abstraction. So basically what they're going to probably end up doing is having a temporary series of wallets that are used for ephemeral transactions. And then it's all going to be rolled up whenever the exchanging at some point in the future. So that's my guess as to how some of these, Sunday Swap put out a little thing saying that this is really isn't that big of a deal. And this is how we're going to be announcing how we're going to solve this problem here in a few days. I don't know. I haven't seen the announcement of exactly what they're going to be doing. or did they writing a response to UTXO controversy here? Yeah, concurrency in Cardano. So yeah, decisions that led to UTXO model over Ethereum's approach. Yeah, so yeah, so this is true. So we issued this issue months ago. Blah blah blah. But here's so yeah, so the UTXO model, which is what we're talking about with Cardano on the right, is your typical account model. The reason, fundamentally, one of the big reasons Cardano went down this path it did with the UTXO model is decentralization. So you remember, everybody's worried about how Ethereum might become more centralized over time. The truth is, Cardano, this is why I'm a big fan of Cardano. They took the hard route to make sure that they had a sustainable future. And the UTXO model is harder to do than the account model. The account model is one of those kind of hacks, because this type of model, though, might, I'm not going to make the definitive statement, might lend itself to centralization over time. There's a lot of good discussion about how that might become the case. And likely the UTXO model will lend itself to decentralization over time. But, you know, it's non-parallel execution versus parallel execution is kind of like the core issue here for these DEXs. And so SundaySwap did a really good write-up, and, you know, like they cleared up misconceptions. Cardano's flawed because it allows one transaction per block. This is not true. It allows many hundreds of transactions per block. It's accurate to say that Cardano given transaction output to be spent at a single time by a single transaction. So protocols that give multiple people access to the same UTXOs might face contention issues. So here's the root of the issue, is that if you have multiple people trying to interact with the same UTXO in a single block, well, then you might have a contention issue. So the best way to solve this is going to be some sort of abstraction, which is I'm pretty sure where the DEXs are going to go with this. It's not true. You can extract anyway. So, but when you start to see things like, you know it's provably false that Cardano only allows one transaction per block. When you see somebody post that, oh, the dApps are broken, ha ha ha, you know, dumb Cardano, you can only do one transaction per block, everything's broken. You can just dismiss that person. They don't know what they're talking about, and that's. But there are some issues here. That it's going to create require some creative engineering to figure out how these DEXs want to build on this UTXO model, which is, again, this is the hard route. It's harder to go down this model of building up this new extended UTXO than to have adapted the same account model as Ethereum. And the reason they did it, again, is there may be some technical reasons that I don't remember off the top of my head, but I know a lot of it has to do with long-term sustainability and decentralization. All right. So that's really kind of, we can get that FUD behind us. It's not, it's an issue for DEXs because they have to figure out how to allow multiple entities to talk to a single wallet, basically, we'll call it, or a UTXO. All right, it's really just a wallet. So the contention issue is the problem, but they'll work around it by having probably some sort of abstraction or something. There's several ways to solve potential solutions here. Yeah, so here they go into some potential solutions. Yeah, liquidity is fractured among a number of pools. It's further fractured. More people interact. Less contention over those funds. The further you fracture pools, less capability you have. Greater value loss in arbitrage. An order book model for an exchange, which on Ethereum is disastrously expensive to maintain. Update. Anyway, so it is largely FUD. There are some things that the developers of DEXs on top of Cardano are having to figure out. That's the reality. All right, moving on with my next project. So we got the two so far. Charlie 3, $200 million market cap, a lot bigger. Maybe not as much upside in comparison to these other projects, but also probably a safer bet long term because it does already have some traction. CNFT is competing with several other NFT players. I wish I had my image. Maybe I can pull up my Canva. Hold on, let me pull up my Canva. I had it on Canva here. My thumbnail. Oh, you know what? I'm just going to pull up my thumbnail. That'll work. You can pull that up. You can see that. Oops. This will work for now. All right. So you see over here in the Oracle space, yeah, Wolfram Alpha and Ergo, the other major oracles. And the DEX space is really crowded. There's a lot of DEXs. So we're going to talk about two here today. The two DEXs we're going to talk about are ADAX and Sunday Swap. Now, I think we're going to run out of time today. I do need to wrap up. But I'll just briefly mention ADAX is more of a sleek looking, simple to use DEX. Very nice, sleek looking, very state of the art kind of, that has that techie feel to it. But pretty advanced DEX. I believe they're a $73 million market cap right now. You can buy the ADAX token right now. ADAX, hold on. Right here. The ADAX token, we're down a little bit since last night, 120. Is that right? It's a bigger market cap than I thought. It looks like it's 128 million. No, so fully diluted market cap. This is when all the coins are issued over here, fully diluted. Currently today it has a market cap of 67 million. Yeah, I wrote down 73 million, so down from 73 to 67 today. So very, very small market cap. These things were to take off and gain real traction, you'd have a big winner on your hands. And these are nice possible dip buys. We come into the smart contracts launch with all this FUD, but that's up for each of you to decide. The other one is Sunday Swap. They have a very friendly looking UI. It's that very fun, obviously in the spirit of like Pancake Swap or whatever, right? Very fun UI. They don't currently have a token. Last I checked on their website, they said they'll be issuing a token soon. If anybody knows about a token for them, let me know. But if we go to their roadmap, here's their tokenomics, public, team investors, future advisors. But they currently, I guess, like I said, they don't have a token currently, but this is a project worth watching, I would say. Now, if I can go back to comments here. All right. Well, guys, we're going to wrap up there. I think next week, when this little hiccup we had with the streaming software, I apologize for that. I'll just turn this into a quick video with these few recommendations and upload it as a separate video. And then we'll pick up Thursday. So Thursday, just a quick announcement. We're quiet today, yeah. Well, it's because we had the stream drop off. We had a pretty good group of people on the first stream, and then my streaming software died. And now we got, a third the number we had at the end of that last stream. So, but we'll go live Thursday. We're aiming to do a Twitter Spaces stream with Jordan, Lindsey, myself, Heath from Trade Talk, Alan Au, and Alan P. are trying to organize. Instead of doing live, I might stream that from my YouTube channel as well. So if you can't join Spaces for some reason and you can join from YouTube, I might just try to dual stream that. But yeah, we're going to try to go do a CTM Twitter Spaces Thursday. So that's what's up for Thursday. So I'll let you know if we're not going to go live Thursday. We'll be on Twitter Spaces. Like I said, I'll probably still go ahead and go live and just try to find a way to share that Twitter Spaces audio through YouTube. All right, guys. Thanks, everybody. Sorry about the hiccup again with my streaming software. But, technology, sometimes we just got to adapt. Have a good day, everybody. Take care.